got it. Okay, there we go. Hey, Kathyrn, good afternoon.
Hi. Hi, Ellen.
Tried this a couple different ways, and finally we decided that Zoom was going to be the best option for us. But I wanted Kathyrn and I to spend some time, not very long, but just a few minutes, explaining to you why we're so excited about this new contest that we're doing. Called It's All About You, Meology, and we're opening it up to our whole team. If you're a current distributor or you're a current director or above, and we also want you to share this with others. So Kathyrn and I are just going to come on and just maybe hit some highlights, and also how a new promotion that Shackley is going to be doing on September 25th and 26th at the virtual conference can really tie really well into this contest that we're doing. So Kathyrn, do you want to share anything about this contest that we're doing and why we're doing it?
Yeah, well, we had just in our group, we've had about 6 people that have won the Shackley contest over the years, and had the makeovers and the trips and so much fun with that. And right along with that, just to get people even geared up to do that with the company, I've always had a group challenge pretty much every time right along with it, opening it up to everyone, because sometimes the company would just have it for non-business leaders or you know, it would just be limited. And I thought, we all want to try that, you know, we all want to get healthy. And with the this time that we've been sheltering in place, I think everybody wants to sort of break out of their maybe a little more sedentary time that they've had, and what better Christmas present to give yourself than to just have that goal to be really back and beyond, you know, where you were before this time. So we've got, you know, if we're turning things in by October 1st, we've got October, November, December, that's 3 months, and we could start now. And it's been so successful in the past that sometimes we've highlighted who has been one of the winners in years past. We have a group gathering, and it's so gratifying to see and hear the stories of people that are so grateful for the change. It's just an extra little push to do something beyond what they even thought they could do. And sometimes it's somebody is running marathons and they never even walked normally. Some people maybe had switched cleaners and got rid of their allergies and asthma, and then started taking the shakes, and they're running also, never even athletic before. Sometimes it was, so those people, maybe even they gained so much muscle and lost fat. Maybe it was a 12-pound difference, but they had a new life, a new shape, a new look to themselves. So I think Shackley we should be the total wellness company. It shouldn't be any particular category. I think whatever it is that we're needing, we can find the answers here. And that's what meology is about. And with that too, we want to make sure people don't forget about taking their shakes too. That's all about the vitamins, but we've got some wonderful shakes. So, and I think people that have gotten away from that, it might be nice to have another reason to almost like be required to just have that every day. So that's part of the.
Yes. And so this is a transformation. It's a transformation for each one of us that are a part of either the Naef group or Team 212, the Giacomin Dennis group. But it's also for an outreach so that we can actually have an impact on other people's lives. So we're really encouraging you to think about ways of talking to people. Like we have one gal who's thinking about tracking her migraines because she has that. And so she wants to use not only the strip and the shake, but the Omega Guard, and keep a record of how her migraines, we suspect that they're going to improve, right? So that'll be a wonderful transformation. And anybody that struggles with migraines wants to get rid of those. Or someone who maybe wants to de-stress, how could you track something like that? You know, be thinking about ways that maybe you could use some kind of a metric scale for what your stress level is, or an emoji. I mean, just fun ways, but helping people to elevate the way they have been thinking and realizing that we're moving out of 2020 into 2021, and that we can transform and move into that new year feeling more vibrant and successful. So that's really kind of, it can be any of those things, right? Or working out, gaining more muscle. Maybe it's testing your current body fat. I mean, if you wanted to do that, I mean, this is really unique to you. So you just have to kind of be creative, right? In how you want to do that.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be based on the weight of the story. It'll be, so many times people will say, what do I do? The first day they're a distributor, what do I do? You really need to have a story. And for it to be authentic when you go forward in business with Shackley, you need to have a story. So this itself will be a story. We just collect stories, but how nice for them, for a new person even, to come in and have a story building just in the first few months.
Yes. So you have the next couple of weeks to be talking to people. We want to encourage you to at least get one buddy, but Kathyrn's going to be sharing with you what could happen if you find two buddies who actually come in as distributors, and maybe those buddies find buddies that want to do this transformation too, that Shackley's going to be positioning for us another income stream. So it's you and your team, your tribe. So Kathyrn, why don't you share a little bit, if you can, about the new incentive that I guess it's going to be a permanent part of the compensation plan.
Yeah, it's two parts too. It's kind of stair-stepped, and let's see if you can kind of see this. This is the STAR program, STAR Club. So it's based on, it's funny, we were talking about this weeks ago, and this is just new to me. It matches exactly what we're doing, bringing in, when the STAR Club portion is you're bringing in any given month, every time you bring in 3 new distributors with 150 loyalty order, you get an extra 75, and that's on top of the Prove It challenge, on top of your bonuses, everything. That it has to be, that's a new, those 3 need to be new every time. And it's those sets of 3 where you have the Prove It challenge, it's 25, 25, 25, and then you get your 75. This is, you get the 3, and it's that, and it could be any order making up 150. So let's see here, and it's going to be all described to us very soon. The other, I've got some pages to show you, goes right along with that. This is kind of like, it reminds me of how we would sit down and do circles and lines, drawing out your team. And really it starts from your personal group when you're first building. So basically same thing we're talking about, but this is a static structure. Pretty much, if you have people at purchasing 150 on a loyalty order every month, it could be a combination of others, but every time you do that, that is another $50. I'm thinking, how on earth? I mean, I'm just seeing piles of money that they're throwing at us, but this is a real part of this is a permanent part of the program. So you, with your 150 plus, and of course we like to do that before the 15th of the month, and then you've got the 3 people, any combination of 3 in any month, that's $50 extra. We've been asking for more money for the beginning, when people just start. So this is pretty amazing. Okay, so then there's 3 levels to that. This is the second level. You're teaching those 3 to do what you just did. They each have their 3, and they get their 50, and you are getting 250 for that. So it goes 50, 250. And the part that I don't know, Elena, I must be honest with you. I think that it's not either or, the month is done. You either hit the 50 or you've hit that. I don't think it's accumulative. That would just.
We don't have all the details. We just have a sneak peek. Right.
we're sneaking this information to you. And then go to the next level, those people have their 3 each, and then you've got the potential of 1,500 extra every month. So can you see that pretty good?
Right. So if you're
1,500.
finding 3 who then those 3 and their distributors would find their 3, and then those 3 would find their 3. So it's all about building blocks of teams and people that want to do the same thing that you're doing, be a blessing in other people's lives, because we know if you use these products, you can live longer. You can, your telomeres are longer, you're feeling more vibrant. And that's really what we're trying to bring to this society that has focused so much on sick care, that now we can really help people think about well care and thriving as we move in this a year, which has been a pretty rough year for almost everyone, and move into the new year feeling vibrant and healthy and energetic to take on what 2021 has for us.
Exactly. And it's so fun that you can kind of see what I mean by we're going back to when we first visualized our businesses. I'm sure you did the same. You got the paper and pen out and you're doing the circles. Well, thinking in terms of the loyalty orders, those could be any combination. Sometimes we'd have circles and we didn't even have an idea who would be there. We just knew that with that structure, you create that. It's healthy to look at it that way. Usually we just sort of go case by case, and it builds, but it is a fun project to have, to think of them. People will say, how can you show me what this amount of money looks like? So I was calculating, and you can do that too, and we can compare notes, but I'm thinking that also, you're talking about just with that, something like would it be 6,000?
Mm-hmm.
About 6,000 volume. And then you think of 1,500, okay, the whatever your bonus, your percentage, your 20% on the 6,000 plus either the 50 for the, at the lower levels of 5,250 or 1,500. But looking at the top one, my goodness, we're looking at most retail stores. They don't want to deal with anything unless their earnings are about 50%, and it's looking like doing this part of it, you could definitely be bumping up at 50% profit on your sales. So making it very attractive to new people, I believe. So,
Yeah.
and it's not temporary.
So thank you, Kathyrn, for sharing that. And thank you all for thinking about how you want to participate in the contest and how you want to bring a minimum of 3 other people with you. And if those 3 want to bring 3, you're starting to put yourself in place for these additional income streams. But the first place winner is $1,000. The second place winner is $500. And as we said in a previous recording, it's going to be done by third-party judges. So it's going to be extreme. Nobody's going to have any names. So it's just really about your story and the transformation. So be thinking how you can do that and how you can have maybe others join you on this very special contest. So Kathyrn, thank you. Any final thoughts?
Oh, I just wanted to thank you so much for joining me in this. We were brainstorming and sharing like we always do, and I was so happy that it ended up that we can team up on this. We've done wonderful projects before, and I love your team, and I know you love my team, and so we're just better together. So thank you.
Working laterally is so rewarding, and it's so wonderful that we can impact more lives. So Kathyrn, thank you for hopping on today, and all those little affidavits, which we'll come up with a form too, so it'll give you a guideline. We'll have that for you, as well as the final entry affidavit that'll be submitted to the judges. But now it's your job just to start talking and getting people excited about what this can mean for them. Extra Christmas money too, right?
Yeah, I should say too, I've always asked for people to take pictures now or look for something that was recent look for pictures that would be, I like dignified before and after pictures. I know that some people think that's how you win. This is a very dignified contest, and I'd love for you to decide later that you would like to use that even as you know, to make a meme to show, because everyone in Shaklee is beautiful and vibrant, and we want to you know, just show a beautiful before and after. It's just wonderful to see. But that will be your decision whether you use those. But yeah, and then go ahead and yeah, by October 1st. And there will be the 3 judges. That's something important to know too. There was no way of it being really a tie with that many, the 3, and they won't be in communication with each other. So that'll be fun.
Okay, well, thank you, Kathyrn. Have a wonderful day, and thanks everyone for joining us today.
Thanks, Elena.
Bye-bye.